What is the most important hormone-producing gland in your body? Well, it is your thyroid. It produces the hormones that then power all the cells in your body. So when your thyroid is inflamed, when your thyroid goes out of balance, you'll soon start to experience symptoms of it. And in today's video, we are going to dive into the 4 signs that your thyroid is inflamed or your thyroid is out of balance, and you need to look into it and start taking measures that can bring your hormones and body back in the balance. Let's get started. Hey, Yulia Talbot here, and together with my husband Paul Talbot, we are certified holistic nutritionists with over 10 years of experience helping you create healthy hormones and healthy body. And if you're brand new here, hit the bell and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with our videos. Now, the first sign that your thyroid is inflamed or out of balance is you feeling tired all the time. And when I say tired, I mean that you feel run down, so you sleep and you rest, but you still just constantly have this sense of fatigue that is not going away. And perhaps you are doing all you can to optimize it, but you just still feel tired. Even if you get enough amount of sleep and you get your 8 hours of sleep per night, you still feel tired and you just constantly feel like you run down. Well, this is one of the first signs that your thyroid is out of balance. And it is so important to understand at this stage, to assess your health, to understand where that problem is. And once you've understood that problem, it's important to go even deeper and understand the root cause of that problem, so you can start addressing it, addressing the root cause versus the outer symptom. Because let's face it, in the medical world, the only solution that you'll ever be offered is going to be to take more medication or to perform a surgery. And we know that there is a deeper cause, and that is the cause that you need to address. Now, inflammation in your thyroid means inflammation in your body, and any inflammation in your body is going to negatively affect your physical health, your mental health, as well as your mitochondrial function, which means that your cells, the whole body, is going to be negatively affected by it. Now, the second symptom is that your thyroid produces too much or too little hormone, and both can be a symptom of an unbalanced thyroid. So if you imagine that your thyroid responds to changes in your body, and in response to inflammation, it can increase its thyroid hormones. So then all of a sudden you have a lot of anxiety, you feel jittery, you still have fatigue. Yes, you can still have fatigue with overactive thyroid, but you also have diarrhea or IBS-like symptoms. Or on the other hand, it can not produce sufficient amount of hormones, which means that your TSH levels will rise, and with that you will start to experience fatigue and weight gain, and you'll just start slowing down. You will start to feel like your body is slowing down, so you're having hair loss, and instead of having diarrhea, you're having constipation, and instead of feeling anxiety, you're now feeling depressed. So this variation can happen in response to inflammation. So it's very important to assess your thyroid hormone levels to know where you're at. And even with that, knowing that, it depends on what stage you are testing your hormones at. So whether it's the stage where your thyroid releases too much hormone, or on the other hand not produces enough, your tests can be affected by that. So you might need to run several tests to understand where are you at with regards to your thyroid hormones, and whether you need to calm the thyroid down because it produces too much, so it's overactive, or on the other hand, you need to speed things up in your body because your thyroid is underactive. Okay, the third one is you've got aches and pains in your body. So all of a sudden your joints are painful, your muscles are painful, just got pains in your body. Chronic pain and thyroid disease is related, and neurological pain, neuralgia, is also related to thyroid disease. So if you are having constant aches and pains, that is one of the symptoms of inflammation that can be linked to the functioning of your thyroid. Hashimoto's, Graves' disease, an autoimmune thyroid disease. And that is one of the symptoms that you need to watch out for. And before you think, can it get any worse? Well, I can tell you that there is hope and there is a way for you to start feeling better. There is a way for you to start rebalancing your thyroid. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the fourth and often undiagnosed reason why your thyroid is inflamed. And the fourth one is you've got an autoimmune thyroid disease, so Hashimoto's or Graves' disease. Now, a lot of doctors, unfortunately, will not routinely test for the thyroid antibodies. And it is so important for you to do that, to insist on it, or find a doctor who will test it or pay for it privately, because you need to understand if you've got an autoimmune thyroid disease or if your thyroid disease is related to another issue. If you've got an autoimmune thyroid disease going on in your body, you're more likely to develop other autoimmune diseases, and inflammation is a chronic state of your body at this stage. If you've got an autoimmune disease and it's not in remission, so your antibodies are not dialed in a way that prevents your body from going through damage and your thyroid going through damage, then you need to pay attention to that. And one of the things that a lot of people with thyroid imbalances will experience is that they're gluten intolerant, and they also have low levels of vitamin B12, iron, folate, and some other nutrients. So that is a very common symptom for people with thyroid disease. So excluding gluten is a great step for you to manage your autoimmune disease, and also making sure that you are monitoring and supplementing with B12, iron if needed, if you need that, and also certain other nutrients that can generally be low in people with thyroid diseases. Okay, so what is your next step from here? The next step from here is to make sure that you bring that inflammation down and you address the root cause of that inflammation in your body. So you're reversing inflammation and you are rebuilding the health of your body as much as you can, because sometimes, unfortunately, damage can be done beyond repair. But the good news is that you can still function to your optimal if you have the right plan and the right system. So to help you with that, we've put together a free online masterclass that will go into the 5 steps our clients use to reverse inflammation, reverse hormonal imbalances, lose 10 to 50 pounds of excess weight, and start thriving again. So go to this link that you're seeing on the screen or in the description section, grab yourself a spot, and we hope this masterclass is going to be life-changing for you. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, and I'm going to link this video to another video where one of our clients is going to share her story of reducing inflammation, balancing her thyroid, and feeling amazing again. See you there.